Okay, so welcome everyone. We will continue our journey of quantum physics. You can say understanding how our body function. When we say meditation does wonders to understand how it works. And once we understand anything, following becomes easy. So we'll talk about pineal gland. We'll talk about, the entire quantum field thing, that how this pineal gland, a very small, uh, gland, which is doing all the wonders to us. Its location is important. Pineal gland is the gland which is called third eye. So sometimes people think it is located right at your forehead. We say in between the eyebrows and all. So let's understand its location first, because when you visualize, when you're doing meditation and affirmation, you should know the exact location. So its location is not in between your eyebrows towards your forehead, but it is actually in the middle of your head. So if you go towards the center, so yes, the direction is somewhere from your middle, in between your eyebrows. So go inside your head if you understand this 3D, and somewhere in the middle of your head, and you will see like a red dot on the screen, this one. This is where the pineal gland is. This is the size of a rice grain. So you can imagine how small it is. And this is third eye. This is, which is like an antenna. It's the receiver of information from the universe. But the size is just of a rice grain. It can decode the frequency. It can, produce images just like what we get, on a TV or anything. So this is one thing that which, sometimes puzzles us, that how come? I saw a dream and it was, absolutely crystal clear. I could see what's happening because this gland is connected to our eyes, to the brain, same way the eyes are connected to the brain. So the same kind of nerve which connects our eyes to the brain is also between this gland and the brain. So same wiring, same kind of tissues, just like you have in the retina of your eyes. Now imagine thousands of years ago, when you go through Indian different texts, whether it's Ayurveda, whether other granths, you go through it. Our masters, the Rishi Munis, they knew this fact. So imagine the wisdom, the information we now know through science, advancement, and whatnot. Thousands of years ago, all the Rishi Munis, the masters, they knew it. The location that we just saw, what is the importance of that? I mean, it could have been anywhere in the body. Average height is 5 to 6 feet. What is the importance of that particular location? Size we just talked about, rice grain. Rice grain is, hardly any size. We are talking just some millimeters. For that, let's talk about Fibonacci sequence. Fibonacci in mathematics, students knows, you may have heard about this term, frequently. What is Fibonacci sequence? So in nature, you will see certain patterns appearing again and again. Fibonacci is the name of the scientist who talked about this sequence. And, in nature, if you look into universe, like our Akash Ganga, our universe, you see the spiral pattern. You look at tornadoes, you will see the spiral pattern. You see different vegetable flowers, you see the same spiral pattern. The shell, You see the spiral pattern. So there will be an eye at the middle, and then you will see the spiral. Like in sea, we keep hearing the eye of the storm, right? So there are heavy winds, everything going around, but the dot, the center, that's the main thing. So around the circumference of the brain, if we draw the Fibonacci constant, which is a pattern appearing in nature again and again, mathematically it is proven, the center of that goes exactly at the location of pineal gland. So when you draw this spiral superimpose on the brain, the center of it is exactly at the where pineal gland is located. So different flowers, what patterns, food, vegetables, nature. So there is a reason for this. Animal bodies and all. So the location of pineal gland is not random. Nature has really selected it wisely. Now, pineal gland, yes, it is third eye, but it is not the master gland. The master gland is pituitary, which we call crown chakra. That controls all the glands in the body. So pineal gland is the sixth chakra in our body. Pituitary is seventh, the crown. When we say it's top of the head, but it's not exactly top of the head. Top of the head is hypothalamus, the top part of the brain, which is the biggest portion or biggest part of the brain as well. On the bottom side of the top part of the brain, which is hypothalamus, is the location for pituitary gland. It is the size of a pea. So, hardly, again, we are talking some millimeters, 5 to 7 millimeters. Circular in shape, so it's not like size of a grain, a rice grain, but it is circular, but it is, again, very small. But it's master gland. It's controlling all the glands. And every gland controls some part of the body. So you can imagine, in a way, pituitary is controlling your entire body. It creates harmony between all the centers, all chakras. And then gland will give message to the other gland. That means hypothalamus is sending message to this pituitary is sending to pineal gland also. It is sending to all of the thyroid and all the glands. And that's how our body functions. Now, if crown chakra or third eye, which is seventh and sixth, so let's understand their relative position. So typically we say, okay, seventh chakra is on the top, third eye is eyebrow. Both of these actually are in line pretty much, in between the eyebrows when you go in. So we said, okay, through this, if you go in the middle of the head. So you see in the image, the green dot, which is the pineal gland, is about, you can say, a couple of inches or two like inches behind, and it is little on the lower side. That means it's not exactly aligned, but you are talking half inch, 1 inch, that's nothing. So pretty much you can say same alignment is just the difference 2 inches. So that's why sometime when you do meditation, sometime when you're doing pranayam, you will have sensation at this location, means your forehead in between the eyebrows, or in general forehead. Because both of these, the most important glands, master and then the pineal gland, third eye, are located here. So just half inch down, but 2 inches apart. So you can imagine how much energy this area would hold. Now, if we talk of quantum field is invisible. It frequencies, so energy is nothing but frequency, which unifies everything that is material. So we have big planets, stars, everything, huge, bigger than Earth. However, they are connected with what? Energy. There is a high level of discipline in the universe. Nothing is random that all of a sudden one planet decide to do something, or one comet does something, or a star does something. There is a very high degree of discipline, and it's all maintained through this energy or frequency, which is what we call the higher self, universal energy. So what is quantum? Quantum is the, you can say, the smallest unit, very small. So you are going to the smallest, that's what we are saying. If we can explain how at that level energy is working, then at a bigger level is much easier. Because when we say Newtonian physics, it cannot explain everything. That's why quantum physics, which goes at a much smaller level, that explains how these different phenomena are happening in the world or universe rather. So quantum is a discrete quantity of energy which is proportional with the frequency. So that means, when we say frequency in sadhana or spirituality, we hear this term frequency a lot. It is representing energy. And remember, when you are working on your consciousness, when you want to improve, what is the target of your sadhana? What is the target of meditation, pranayama? You want to work on your energy. You want to optimize or organize or align your energies. That means you are changing your frequency, because energy, frequency, they are just mathematical formula. So when we say I'm changing my energy, you are actually changing the frequency, and change of frequency changes the energy. So the root cause, the bottom thing is you are changing your frequency the way you are. That's why this word frequency comes again and again. That's the importance of the word frequency. So quantum theory, this is the theoretical concept based on which you can explain all the things, whether it is energy in matter, atomic level, or even subatomic level. That is the beauty of this. So quantum is referring to the size, but remember, it's all energy. And like in the previous session, we were talking about in 1 second, 7.8 times the atom or these particles changes between wave and matter. So everything is ultimately energy. So when we are talking of quantum field, when we are talking about this energy, anything in 3D world our senses can see. But to see beyond that, again, I'll go back to our masters, Rishi Munis. I mean, they could see, they knew about the universe. How? There were no telescopes 3,000 years ago. How did they, they not only they were aware, but they were aware with high level of accuracy. Whether the distance between sun and earth, whether the moon, whether the other stars, they knew everything. How? Again, because of their sadhana, because of their level, their frequency uh, was such that they could, travel, what we say, astral travel, out of body experience, whatever we may call it today. But they had those capabilities of understanding all this. Now, energy, frequency, we keep talking. So what is coherence? That means if I want to improve who I am, I have to change my frequency. That means my heart and the brain, like last time we were talking about, there has to be coherence. Coherence means they are both going in the same direction. That means 1 plus 1 should become 2, not 1 plus 1 minus 1 becomes 0. You do not want two energy waves coming and canceling each other. You want them adding, just like your money. You want the money to grow, not lose your money. Same thing happens with the energy. So when you are working on yourself, you do meditation and whatever, it is actually improving your frequency. And this frequency, when it is coherent, that means all your systems, all the main glands, main systems are going in the same direction, you improve your frequency. That's the bottom line. So meditation helps in aligning everything, and that's how you are able to change your frequency. When you change your frequency, you draw events in your life, and then you see wonderful experiences that, okay, I manifested this thing, I just thought of this and this happened. All those things are happening. Why? Because you are able to change your frequency. So now there are two critical things, neuropeptide and neurotransmitters, because everything we are talking about here is, the gland, the brain, hypothalamus, and all that. So neuropeptides are chemical messengers that are released by neurons. And what are neurons? Neurons are the brain cells. So, and which are made up of, they are made up of amino acids. They are the most, you can say, the diverse class. These are the signal molecules in the brain and involved in many physiological functions. So brain has to send the message. How will the brain say, okay, now do this, do that? Some are voluntary, some are involuntary, means some things are happening automatically and some you can command. So if you want to drink glass of water, you can command and you can, grab glass of water. But maintaining your pH of the blood, maintaining temperature of the body, you don't command. The body works on its own. So how different signals are going to different parts of the body is neuropeptide, means the neurons are producing this, we call chemical. It goes and act on different parts of the body and conveys the message, it is time to raise the temperature or decrease the temperature or increase the pH or decrease the pH, and that's how the body maintains. So there are then neurotransmitters, and there are two special neurotransmitters because again, this is how the mechanism the body functions. One we call serotonin, another one is melatonin. Serotonin is daytime neurotransmitter. So when the sun comes up, immediately the body start producing serotonin and that sends the message, okay, time to be active. When sun sets, serotonin gets converted into melatonin. And then the message to the body goes as, it is night time now, time to sleep. So you see, when people have a problem, they cannot sleep, they take melatonin, which our body is naturally producing, but you're not able to sleep, so you take externally. And that is going and giving the signal to the body. So that's why it's called neurotransmitter. Neuro is the brain, transmitter is giving the message. So, you have oxytocin, you have circadian rhythm, these amino acids, which are so important because our body is built up of, the base is amino acids. Uh, all these different, like you may have heard about DOSE, DOSE, these are the four happy hormones kind. We say dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, you know, endorphins. These are called happy hormones. What they are doing, they are sending the messages, they are transmitting that, okay, this is what you do, so this is how the body is functioning. There is no mechanical thing. It is produce the chemical which are transmitting, going either through blood or other ways and telling our body what to do. And this is where what we talked about, the master gland, hypothalamus based pituitary gland, which is master, sending signal to third eye and all the ones. So when we do meditation, we are impacting our chakras and entire functioning. When you close your eyes, the brain releases melatonin. Melatonin, as we said, is a nighttime transmitter, means it will relax you. So that's why we say in meditation, close your eyes, don't sit with eyes open and try to meditate, because you are in serotonin mode. Serotonin is an active neurotransmitter, so it won't let you meditate. Pineal gland begins to, starts receiving frequencies, because now when you're closing your eyes, melatonin starts flowing, relaxes you. Pineal gland will receive from the universe. Like we say, cosmic energy is received during meditation. So whatever the messages, whatever the frequencies, it will, because that's our receiver. So then the activation of pineal gland and pituitary gland, again the messages, again the command, neuropeptides and all will be released, and different messages will be going to different part of the body, means the body is functioning to heal itself. It creates more coordination between all the seven chakras. And of course, there are mini chakras also, but the main seven chakras is what we talk about. Pituitary gland will release more oxytocin because now you're relaxed. And then oxytocin is also linked with gratitude. It will be easier for you to be in gratitude mode. Gratitude mode right away is a healing mode. And this process creates electromagnetic wave in the body. That's how biologically everything is happening. And this electromagnetic waves gives melatonin, because eyes closed, melatonin is formed, an upgrade, like a DNA upgrade. It is the most powerful antioxidant. You don't need to take any drug or alcohol or anything. Body does this for you, actually. It is such a high antioxidant, it really relaxes you. So you're not taking anything to be high. Meditation naturally gives you that power positively. No side effect. It heals you because now what's happening? It is giving you positive energy. It's coordinating all the system. It's coordinating all the chakras, your blood vessels, all the veins. Everything is relaxed. So it impacts your blood pressure, means improves, right? It improves slowly and slowly. The way the blood flows means, rhythmic. It will impact the cholesterol level, means it will help body cleanse itself. And all of a sudden you start changing your sugar level to the better, your blood pressure to better, your whole health starts improving. So this is how it works. So it's not magic. Somebody says, close your eyes, something will happen. No, this is how biological changes happens in the body when you meditate, and this is how it works. Now, what happens at the same time? When you are in such gratitude mode, when you are in such healing mode, it shuts down your stress system. And when you are not stressed, when you come out of stress, means you are in the healing mode. When you go to healing mode, your immune system improves right away. And the second thing that improves is your digestion. And your true health comes from your digestive system. So when digestive system works better, your health is better. Another extremely important thing, what happens during these changes, it increases the capacity of our cells to hold water. No medicine can do that. Meditation does that. When our cells can hold more water, see, the world is, 70 to 80% water, the whole planet Earth. Our body is 70 to 80% water. So if there is a drop in the level of water content in individual cell, straight away it's indication of sickness, disease, discomfort. So it's very important we maintain the water level. That's why we say drink at least 2 liters every day, and all people don't drink, then they have different health issues. So it increases the capacity that body can hold water. That itself eliminates a lot of health issues without doing anything else. So all you do is sit with your eyes closed and let the body do all these changes. Now, this is theory. How do I believe this thing happens? So for that, there is a different mechanism, but one is EEG. Basically, there are different electrodes. They put you, either through a cap or directly on your skull. And then they record these electrical signals coming out of your different sections of the brain. A brain can be divided into 19 sectors. And then they test before and after the meditation. And then you see how's the color in the report changing. Blue means low energy, you are in beta state. Beta state is our day-to-day normal state. Red means a lot of energy. Yellow, orange, moving towards red. Green is medium energy, green is normal. So when you do meditation once, you may get positive results. One has to do over and over to make a permanent change. And when the change is permanent, now you have really changed your frequency. Depression and all other illnesses, such things can be reversed. Meditation, the experiments have shown, within 4 days, huge impact, huge improvement. But when you have changed in 4 days, in this example, you are still vulnerable. That means you are still delicate. You have just reversed your condition. That means you have to continue doing it so that the new state becomes your permanent state. Otherwise, you go back to the old environment and again the same sickness may come in because you have improved, but not that strong. So keep doing it. Don't think, oh yeah, I have some improvement and I stop meditation. Environment has strong influence on us. That's why when you're doing meditation, remember, accept, ask questions, find out. But once you understood, accept, believe in it. That means you have to trust the process and surrender. You may ask 1,000 questions, you may ask again and again, that's okay. But once understood, you have to surrender. Otherwise, don't think the meditation can do the magic, what it usually does to anyone. If you don't surrender, if you're still doubting, if you're still questioning, how will it work for you? So, masters, this is end of today's topic. To understand how it really works. And once we understand this, then doing it becomes very easy. So if you have any question or if you have any clarification or you want to share something, back to you, Ma, please.
Thank you, Gauraji. Wonderful information, actually. And we can say that this is the science behind meditation. How are, behind the scenes, you can say, when we make a movie, we call it the behind the scenes, what happens. So this is
Exactly.
the behind the scenes of meditation, actually, science of meditation. Wonderful.
Exactly.
Very,
The
like,
way,
sometimes some presentations are more scientific, then people lose the context. Why are we discussing all these scientific things? Then they may not be able to relate directly to the meditation. But this one is so nice. Scientific evidence, everything related to meditation and how it actually affects our mood, our health and everything. Thank you so much.
welcome.
Anyone, if you have any questions, please ask. Gauraji is here to answer all of your questions. Actually, today I understood very clearly.
These are our real heroes inside the mechanism, the whole process.
Good evening, sir. Can I ask you a question?
Sure, Induji, please go ahead.
Really, I think it was very, very nice to understand the true meaning of meditation. I still never understood. I think there's so much more value you've added. So thank you so much. And thanks to Umaji also to have conducted the session. I have one question, sir. Is there
Sure.
any recording of this lovely session you've done for us?
Well, you can request Umaji because she's recording all these sessions.
Oh, lovely, lovely. I didn't know.
Induji, we are actually sharing the recordings after each session in meditation mantra group.
Okay, sir.
So if
I
you are
really
not there,
appreciate it.
yeah,
I will.
sure,
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
definitely, no problem.
Thank you.
Yes, Shalini ji, please go ahead.
Yes, thank you so much, Gauravji. It was a beautiful, tremendous, knowledgeable session. Thank you so much for that. I just wanted to ask if you can, share something from the days when you began your journey, into meditation, like especially for people like me who are in a very, very, beginning stage. Like there are times when, we feel that, maybe we are not doing enough, we are not doing good because, we are not seeing the results. A lot of times in day-to-day life, when we lose our calm, or, when we don't we don't behave the way we expect ourselves to behave, we are not behaving in our true selves, and then we even beat ourselves even more. So just wanted to ask if you have any tips, or any sharings from your journey. How did you overcome this feeling of, when things seem overwhelming, when it feels that no, you're not doing enough, you're not doing good? How to overcome that and still continue the journey ahead?
So one thing in this, I would say, like I will answer your question in a couple of sections. So first thing is very important for everyone is, till the time we listen to someone else's success story, it is someone else's story. The moment you as a person experience some success, right, that becomes your story. And
Right.
then it becomes snowball effect. Because till then you had doubt or no clarity or some questions or some, unknowns and whatever. But once you have the first success experienced, now there is no doubt, no ifs and buts. Now you know what it is. Now you know the taste of it. So first thing and foremost, in my opinion, is please everyone be open. Means like an antenna, like a radar. Be mindful of positive changes inside you. Not the bigger one, not like winning 10 million lottery and then obviously the whole world knows. No, I'm talking about the $100 one, which we overlook. So look for small, small changes, positive changes inside you that is happening, which we generally overlook. Because immediately don't expect, some wonders. It may happen, but it may happen only 1 out of 100 people. And that's why people think, oh, nothing is happening, I've been trying, and then they give up. So what I mean by that, now I'll give you my example. So when I started my journey, I started with inner engineering. And they said it will do this, that, and the wonder. And I said, how do I believe, because professionally I'm engineer, so I have this problem, prove it to me, show it to me. So that's how my journey started. And I started researching and all that. So I started measuring my blood pressure. There was nothing wrong. It was around 135-ish. And I said, I thought it is 120, but okay, over the age, 135 is still not a big deal, not problematic. And I was doing meditation exactly as you said, feeling like, did I do anything? Was I sleepy, or, did I really do any, or I'm just, just following the process. So everyone, guaranteed, if you are sitting with eyes closed, positive changes are happening inside you. Even if you think I did it for 20 minutes and whole 20 minutes I was thinking, like a movie going in front of me, it doesn't matter. If you are sitting with eyes closed, your score is more than 0. Yes, yeah, out of 10, whether you are 8, 9, 7, I cannot guarantee. But it's more than 0, this I can guarantee. So coming back on this journey, and I started measuring my blood pressure once a week, because go to Walmart free, there is a machine, you just check. And within 2 months, I saw it drop to 115. Nothing else I did. And I was doing like half an hour. Initially, yeah, 40 days you do twice a day, and then you cut down to once a day. And immediately I saw the calmness inside me, right? Yeah, I could be triggered very easily at that time, 5 years, 6 years ago. And then the calmness started coming, because I was traveling for work every week. So it's like, either flying, driving here, there. So a lot of kind of triggering points were there, and then calmness. So once you see small, small changes, then the bigger becomes easy. That is one thing, especially when you're starting. Guaranteed, if you have questions, ask. That's why when I understood, I learned all this from Dr. Joe Dispenza. He explained this really well. He's a fantastic orator, or, explaining in terms of quantum field. And there are many masters around you. Whichever matches your frequency, attach more to that person, whether it is, Great Britain, whether it is Bruce Lipton. There are many, but they talk about the same thing, one way or the other. So this is what I would suggest everyone. Find what works frequency-wise, but never doubt. Ask, find out more, but never doubt. It is not you, me, and all coming up with this. This is, thousands of years old. You go to Ayurveda or any text, old, Granth or whatever, you will see these details there. In fact, they knew more than what we know even today.
Yeah, it's just sometimes, the doubt kicks in that, am I doing the right way? Am I doing the right thing? What is happening? So that's why, that
So,
our analytic brain comes in that, oh, nothing is happening. I'm still the same, not improving.
Okay. So last thing on this question, I would say that it was, I don't want to say destiny or universe, but the way if you know soul plan or purpose of life, that's why I say universe. But it's the universe plan, right? Or soul plan, whichever way you put it. When I learned inner engineering, I actually went to help someone else. So I went with him that, okay, I'll come with you. You also go and do it. The idea was he will get benefit. But after doing this, I introduced my wife to it. She did in engineering. She did in Toronto. I went to India for that. And right after 6 months, so 3 months into it, I got benefit. My wife did. And after 6 months, I was diagnosed with stage 3+ cancer. If I wouldn't have done it before, there was no way at that time I would have got into this. Because I was already into this, I in fact did my advance. I did Shunya and I all did during my treatment. I never had any side effect of anything. I went through radiation, chemo, surgery, all three. I was driving myself, I had no side effect. Because not just I was doing this, I kept researching. As I said, my problem was prove it to me, show it to me. So I kept digging. One topic will never give you all the answers. So I kept digging. Someone says turn left, other experts say turn right. And I'm like, are you kidding me? So luckily there was a surgeon from Harvard, and he said, don't listen to me, don't listen to him, do your research. And then I got through, there's free public website, PUBMED, Publication for Medical Journals. It's a US site. All the universities and all research papers are available free of cost. Doesn't matter the topic is spiritual, nutrition related, or medical, whatever. Go and search, you will find. And I found all the topic, at least some papers, if not tons, but lot. And then I started seeing, okay, what research says, what practical says, what Ayurveda says, what this says, and I started making my belief system. So you start small, and then you will reach wherever you want to reach. Keep connecting the dot. One topic will never give you an answer. But come back to meditation, sit with the eyes closed. You are doing yourself a favor. And only when you do, your kids or other people around you will do, your parents or whosoever you are trying to influence. Otherwise, you keep telling them, forget it. You do for yourself. You cannot improve someone else. This is guaranteed. You can only influence yourself. That's the only purpose. Soul is here to experience and change. Change who? Me, myself. I should never try to influence anyone. I should never try to change someone else. But that's what we do. We want our kids to do, oh, I know everything. Do what I say. Your parents are elderly now. Again, you are telling them, no, don't do this. Don't drive. Don't do this. You will get, hurt or what. No, leave it. Then you slowly and slowly you will understand what is gratitude, what is forgiveness, what is this, what is that, step by step. You cannot jump on everything at once. But guaranteed, never think you are at zero or negative, never. There's no negative in this business. If you are sitting with 10 to 15 minutes in a day, good enough, good starting point. Then your body will tell you how long you can sit. You cannot sit for 1 hour on day one. Your body will throw you out. Slowly and slowly, body, because energies aligns. And when energy aligns, you will be automatically be able to sit for 20 minutes, then half an hour, then 1 hour. Don't force. Anything over 15 minutes, 15 or around 15 is a very good starting point.
Okay, so it's okay, sir, if we do like maybe 15-20 minute sittings, 2-3 times a day, if we cannot sit for a longer time.
You do once a day, 15 minutes is more than enough.
Okay.
A starting point. I'm not saying end point.
Mhm.
Starting point. And then the body will take you. Then you keep on increasing. After a month, you will see, oh, now I'm sitting for 20 minutes. Fine. Don't say somebody told you 1 hour, so why I'm not at 1 hour. There's no competition with anyone. Other person who starts maybe after you, maybe doing 1 hour, don't worry. Let the other person be ahead of you. There's no competition with anyone. Your body is your unique body. What's inside you cannot be compared with anyone.
Mhm.
So don't worry about it. But doing is the most important thing.
Thank you so much, sir. Beautiful, beautifully explained. That was super helpful. Thank you. Thank you
You're
so
welcome,
much.
Sean.
Thank you so much, Gauravji. Yeah, our confidence levels increased more after your class today. Thank you.
You're welcome. And see, ultimately, it is only your feeling, your trust in the process which will make you go any level or direction. Otherwise, it becomes confusing. And just one last thing I would say, because of all this, I purchased one instrument which is called BioWell, BIO-WELL. It measures human energy. Because before we get any disease, any illness in the physical body, it has to come in energy body. We have 7 layers. So it
Okay.
enters the energy body and then it comes physical, and there is a big lag. So it measures the energy and it gives you the chakra, it gives you all the allopathic system like your nervous system, muscle, skeleton system, everything. So it gives readings for this, and for meridians, Chinese. So it gives all three. So that was my tool when I was like, after I was year and a half into this, to really see an experiment. Does it really work? Am I changing by doing meditation, just by sitting? Am I improving my energy? How do I know? You cannot see the energy. So I use that tool, but because I was engineer, I was having this problem of prove it to me, prove it to me. If you do not have that problem, if you can trust the process, you don't need to do all those experiments. But do some experiment. Don't blindly listen to others. You have to have your own story somewhere. If nothing, just
Yes.
see which food works for you, which food really excites you, which food are telling you, I don't like, my stomach feels funny. Don't eat those. Your body is
Mm.
telling you. We don't listen to our body. Once you start listening to the body, you will be able to feel the energy inside you. You'll be able to kind of capture those good moments, success stories, and then you'll say, wow, it's working. And those small victories will change your brain that, yes, it's working, it's working, it's working. Now, your interest, motivation, and the whole, like the brain is changing as we keep doing it. Means it's more forming new and new circuits.
Thank you so much, Gauravji. Anyone else have any questions?
I'll get my singing bowl and I think we'll get into meditation now.
Sure.
Okay, just give me 1 second. Okay, so masters, let's take off our glasses. Sit comfortably. Close your eyes. Let's relax our body first. We'll scan the body from head to toe. So place your attention on your face, relax your cheeks, your facial muscles, Relax your neck, your shoulders. Relax your spine. Relax your hands, your legs. Keep your hands and leg in a cross posture. And by now, your body is fully relaxed. If you wiggle any part of your body, you will feel it's fully relaxed. No stress at any part of your body. Now, let's relax our mind so that it can allow us to feel relaxed and get into deep meditation. For that, we'll breathe slowly. That means a slow exhale and slow inhale. If you know Anulom Vilom, it's called Nadi Shodhana or alternate nostril breathing as well. You can do that for next minute and a half. Otherwise, just 7 cycles of slow breathing means slow exhale and slow inhale. In your normal, natural, soft breath. Just slow it down to your comfort level. Means slow exhale and slow inhale. It gives a clear message to the brain that you are safe. If there was any danger or if you are in high stress, you cannot breathe slowly. And once the brain understands truly that you are safe, it will allow you to go into deeper and deeper state of meditation. You don't have to force yourself. It will just take you there. Now, breathe normally and let's get into deep meditation. So just observe your breath. As you inhale, as you exhale, feel the movement of your inhalation and exhalation, the movement of air. Gentle, soft, natural breath. As you inhale, you'll inhale lots of cosmic energy inside you, which heals you. And with every exhale, you let go a lot of toxins from your body. That's why we call it prana. And yes, you will get some thoughts during meditation. It is normal, natural. So don't worry about it. All you have to do is come out of it and start observing your breath again. Pay attention to your breathing, follow your breath, and that will keep you busy. So no thoughts. After some moments, you may get another thought. That's okay. Do the same. Come out of it. Start observing your breath. Just Feel it. Feel how your body feels when you are inhaling, when you are exhaling. Gentle, soft, natural breathing. So let's continue. Maintain a gentle smile on your face. Just by maintaining a gentle smile, masters, we relax vagus nerve, which is the longest nerve in our body. And when vagus nerve is relaxed, it reduces stress in our body, and hence you will be able to meditate better. So let's continue. Keep observing your breath. Don't fight with any thoughts that you may have. Ignore and start observing your breath again.